2025. Oh my goodness. Wasn't it like yesterday? Or like day before yesterday? It really feels like 24 hours ago that we said Happy New Year. I remember it like it was yesterday. I was here saying Happy New Year, it's the year 2025. Make sure you write down your goals, your what you want to achieve this year so that you can actually achieve it. So 11 months have gone by in 2025. One question: what have you achieved this year? What have you been working on? How were you able to improve yourself this year? How were you able to help the people around you this year? What did you do differently this year from last year? How did you improve yourself this year? Did you learn a new skill better for yourself? How did you improve the quality of your life this year? Anyway, happy new month to you and welcome to December 2025. It's the month of Christmas. It's the end of the year. Very soon we'll be singing, "We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year." And Nigeria is going into another political dispensation come 2026 as we head into the 2027 polls. It's going to be a time of serious politicking. It's going to be a time of campaigns. Politicians will come again and tell you all the things they think you want to hear, It's actually up to you to take what they say with a pinch of salt and make sure that you don't settle for someone who is just there for their own pockets and not to work for you as a Nigerian. Anyway, welcome to Matters, where we discuss the issues that concern you and I. From political to economic to social situations, we talk about any and everything right here on Voice of the People 90.3 FM. No holds barred. I'm your host for today. My name is Chioma Innocent, and we'll be taking the show up until 3 p.m. Guess what? It's just you and I. It's just you and I today. So I'll let you know the topics we'll be talking about, and then at exactly 2 p.m., the phone lines will be open so that you can call in to let me know what you think about what we're talking about. And you can also send your messages on WhatsApp and leave your comments on YouTube. And of course, I'll take each and every one of them one after the other. Today, I promise I will take all your messages. Every one of your messages, I'll take them today. And also, I have good news for you. Esther Machu will be resuming today. Hey! Oh! Nobody happy past me. I they tell you, nobody happy past me for this resumption, which you won't resume like this. But yes, you hear her voice on the news at 6 and of course on the evening rush. When you take a much needed rest, quite a number of people were asking, what happened? Where's Esther? Nothing happened though. She went to take a much needed rest. You know, say, see where I didn't say they talk that thing. Say, all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. So in order for Esther not to be a dull girl, she had to go take a few weeks of rest. Welcome to Matters. Now let's quickly get into the issues I want to talk about, starting with Rotimi Amaechi saying he's not ready to be anybody's vice president. Saying they do. That anybody that is planning to be president should be planning their own presidency. Why he will be planning how to go about becoming Nigeria's president. He says he's not ready to be anybody's running mate. He says his ambition is to be Nigeria's president and not to be anybody's running mate, not to be the vice presidential candidate for anyone. Now, this was coming after Dele Momodu said, oh, if Peter Obi does not talk fast, that Atiku will get somebody else so as his vice, that's somebody else like Amaechi or even El-Rufai or anybody else to be his running mate in the 2027 elections. Now, here is one thing, Nigerians are talking about. When he says, oh, Atiku is shopping for a running mate, I had to ask the ADC leader in Lagos yesterday, does it mean that the ADC has decided, oh, now Atiku won't give our presidential ticket, oh? Because how come Atiku is the one who is more vocal about his presidential ambition? I mean, he's always been vocal about it, but I mean under the ADC, as he recently got the membership card of the party. Yes, we know Rotimi Amaechi has presidential ambition. We know Peter Obi has presidential ambition. But Atiku seems to be the only one that has been seriously shopping for, followers, lobbying, trying to talk about who will be his vice presidential candidates and others. Now, even though the ADC says, oh, we will not be giving him an automatic ticket, he seems so sure he will be the one to get that ticket. So sure to the extent that he's looking for a vice presidential candidate. Now, if Amaechi says he does not want to be anybody's vice presidential candidate, doesn't want to be anybody's running mate, he's a part of the ADC now, does he also want to be president under the platform of the ADC? And if that is so, will we see a keenly contested primaries So if the ADC does it the delegates way, who will they now vote for between Atiku and Amaechi? Who is most likely to get the presidential ticket of the ADC? And now, do you think it is a diversionary tactic that Rotimi Amaechi is saying, look, I do not want to be anybody's vice president. I want to be president, so that it will be like a larger fight. Now, when it comes to Peter Obi, the obedient movement keeps saying he is not ready to be anybody's running mate, even though they also say Atiku has not said anything to him. It is Atiku's camp, it is Atiku's bloc, it is people who are Atiku's allies that have been speaking for him. Atiku himself has not really come out to say much, but the obedient say, we want Peter Obi to run for president. But the question now is, under what platform? Yesterday, I asked the ADC leader in Lagos, and he said that there is a very huge probability that Peter Obi would be declaring his membership of the ADC this week. So we'll keep our fingers crossed and wait for that to happen. But even when that happens, and then we have all these big wigs in the ADC, and they all want to contest for presidency, who will it be? Who will Nigerians actually go for? Now, while we're talking opposition political parties, it's not only the ADC we have the African Action Congress, AAC, which is Omoyele Showore's party. Now, yesterday I was talking with the National Publicity Secretary of the party, that is the AAC, and they were talking about the moves that they've been making to actually ensure that Nigerians understand what they are missing by not choosing Omoyele Showore to be their president for every time he comes out to contest. And now, this is an ongoing question. You know, I even asked yesterday if you had to, because the AAC National Publicity Secretary said, even just by being on the political spotlight show that yesterday, that some people were already visiting their websites to register to be members of that party. And then the AAC National Publicity Secretary also said that all of these political parties, they are the same. He says that they are a bunch of losers who are just masquerading as if they want to rescue Nigerians when they are the ones that actually put Nigeria into the mess where the country currently is right now. And then the question arises, how can Nigerians trust this current crop of people within the ADC coalition if truly, yes, they've been in power before now? Rotimi Amaechi used to be the Minister for Transportation. He used to be the River State Governor. El-Rufai used to be the Kaduna State Governor, that's National El-Rufai. Peter Obi used to be the Governor of Anambra State. Atiku Abubakar has been a Vice President in this country. The leader of the party, Senator David Mark, was also previously in the Senate. And one would ask, going back to look, what impacts did these people make when they were in these positions? And why do they think that if they could not make those impacts when they were in positions of power, it is now when they're in the opposition that they want to make those impacts? So it's actually a lot of situations to look at, right? I want to look at that today. But this conversation is stemming from the fact that Rotimi Amaechi is saying he will not settle for vice presidential candidate. He doesn't want to be vice president. He doesn't want it. He doesn't want it. He doesn't want it. He wants to be president. And so with ambitions clashing within the ADC, who will it be? And also, for those of you who love Peter Obi, are you looking forward to him declaring for the ADC? That would mean that he has finally left the Labour Party. But recall that it was Peter Obi and Governor Alex Oti who actually supported the Nenadi Usman caretaker committee after they were part of the people who were saying, oh, Julius Abure's term has elapsed as the national chairman of the Labour Party. So now, wouldn't some people blame Peter Obi and say, oh, you caused a ruckus, you caused a problem between the Labour Party, and now because you couldn't be Nigeria's president under that party, you've left the party to join the ADC? Because there are actually people who are blaming him for the issues within the Labour Party, barring whatever it is that Abure is doing. And now, we've seen Abure making some kind of moves that are moving some Nigerians to suggest that he may be working hand in hand with the ruling party, that is the APC. And also, when other political parties accuse the APC of being responsible for the problems, the internal crisis, the wranglings, the quarrels within their parties, is it that there are some people within these parties who allow themselves to be used? Or is it just the laziness that they are now blaming the APC for their woes instead of working to ensure that they put their house in order? So it's actually a lot of questions. I keep talking about political permutations ahead of 2027, and it's important we look into these things, we look into these issues, because, like I always tell you, politics determines a lot of things. But even if you don't do politics, politics will do you, whether you like it or not. Even if you don't know politics, politics will know you. Even if you don't talk politics, politics will talk you. So basically, if you don't do politics, politics will do you. So it is better that you are actually involved in the process. Before you know it, we'll be going into another electoral cycle with the new INEC chairman, Professor Joash Amupiton. You know, he was the INEC chairman when the Anambra State November 8th governorship elections were conducted. And again, we've asked the questions: what would you rate his conduct? I mean, if you had to rate his conduct of the Anambra governorship election, if you had to rate the INEC chairman through the conduct of the Anambra governorship election, how would you say he performed? One thing that we can say is, and one thing that we can commend INEC and everyone involved in that election for, is the fact that there was absolutely no bloodshed in any part of the country. There was no violence. We didn't see widespread issues of snatching of ballot boxes or bad people, thugs, electoral thugs and miscreants running about the whole place and instilling fear in the people. There were actually fears that, anything can happen. The people who have been causing mayhem will come out, but they did not. And so that is one thing that, many Nigerians have commended Governor Chukwuma Soludo for, INEC and the Nigerian security agencies for. But one state governorship election cannot be equated to when the whole of Nigeria are having elections at the same time, when it's time for the general elections, right? So we need to know what we are doing from now. But today's first conversation is about Rotimi Amaechi saying he will not settle to be vice president. He will not settle for the vice presidential slot. He says he doesn't want to be vice president. Now I'm asking you, as president, what does Rotimi Amaechi have to offer Nigeria and Nigerians? What do you think he has to offer to Nigeria and Nigerians? Would you vote for a Rotimi Amaechi to be your president? What is his political weight? What is his political clout? Now, he has also said, just like Peter Obi said, that, if he comes in, he will do one term. Since it's the turn of the South, he will just complete President Tinubu's tenure and then hand over to the North. Does this also mean that Atiku will face the same opposition in the ADC, within the people from the ADC? That, remember, Wike, Governor Seyi Makinde and others stood against him and said, no, we are supposed to have a southerner present as to be our presidential candidate. And if you insist on, in fact, if you become the presidential candidate, we will not support you. And they did not support him. Wike notably supported the incumbent president, President Bola Tinubu, is currently working in his cabinet as Minister of the FCT. If Amaechi believes that it is the turn of the South in 2027, he doesn't want to be Atiku's VP. Does this mean that there is already rancor? The walls of the ADC is already breaking and the lizards are entering? Because it is when there is this kind of issues, that's when external voices, external hands will be able to enter. Then before you know it, there will be discord. Before you know it, they'll start accusing the APC, the ruling party, of being responsible for the problems and the crisis within the party. So, does it look to you like Atiku is about to face the same opposition he faced in 2023 from the PDP, to now face it again in 2027 within the ranks of the ADC, because he's insisting he wants to run for president? And even if he doesn't get the presidential ticket of the ADC, if he declares for another party fast enough and gets the presidential ticket, he can still run to be president. But he needs a party, a platform that resonates with Nigerians. Again, when they hinge their electoral campaigns, when they hinge their opposition speeches on, we're here to rescue Nigerians, if you could not rescue Nigeria as the vice president, is it now you want to try to rescue you want to be in the presidential seats by force before you can rescue Nigerians? You were the number 2 person in the country. What did you do for Nigerians? What can we say about your impact? Quite a number of people say Atiku spent the larger term of his time as vice president quarreling with his principal, former President Olusegun Obasanjo. So it's actually a lot to look at. But the question really is, would you vote for a Rotimi Amaechi as president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria? Do you think he has the weight, the clout, he has the pull to draw people to himself? Do you think he has that grassroots appeal for people to want to vote for him, to say, Rotimi or nobody? Do you think he can pull what Peter Obi pulled in 2023? Do you think even Peter Obi himself still has that pull that he had in 2023? Do you think he still has it now? When Amaechi Sowore called out to Peter Obi to join in the march for Nnamdi Kanu's freedom, and then he didn't, quite a number of people called him a coward. Quite a number of people felt that he wasn't doing well. Quite a number of people felt that they would rather support Amaechi Sowore, who was walking the talk, that they would rather support him because he was doing something for somebody that they love. They would rather support him because he is showing that not only is he man enough, that he's ready to walk into the lion's den for what he believes. Sowore protested in Abuja. He protested, and it was as if they brought Abuja to a halt that day, because the courts could not sit, some people could not get to work due to that procession on that particular day. And many of the people who supported Peter Obi were now saying, look, we'd rather support Amaechi Sowore because he seems to know what he's doing. He seems to be ready to walk the talk. He seems to be ready to put his action where he's somebody who takes action, who doesn't just speak. But then again, you'd know that the opposition figures, they do their things in different ways. And some people are so sure that no matter how they oppose this government, that nothing will happen to them. While others said Peter Obi is just trying to preserve himself. He doesn't want anything that will make it look as if he's trying to cause problems for this administration. But when we look at all the opposition figures, all of them with their political ambitions, all the ones that carry themselves and join the ADC, which of them can actually emerge? And whoever emerges with Amaechi saying now, oh, I don't want to be anybody's VP, how will he do it? How will he do it? Is Amaechi known in the north? Would the northerners vote for him? Just how popular is he in the southwest? Just how popular is he in the southeast? If we say, oh, he's very popular in the south, he was governor of Rivers State, he was the former federal minister of transportation, just how popular is he among Nigerians as a politician of great repute? Even if it's about putting people on, even if it's about raising young men and women, even if it's about raising people, even if it's about putting people in positions that resonate with the ordinary Nigerian. What exactly is the weight that Rotimi Amaechi can pull that makes him say he wants to be president? Or that makes him say he must run for president, he doesn't want to be vice president? Would you say that his best chances of getting close to the presidency is being that vice president? Is he deluding himself by thinking that Nigerians will vote for him if he presents as a presidential candidate of any party? Does that mean that if he doesn't get the ADC presidential ticket, he would look for another party to try to get that presidential ticket? So if you have these three people who are, El-Rufai seems to be waiting and biding his time. El-Rufai seems to be waiting for 2027. It looks like in this 2023, he's not even ready to drag anything with anybody, but just support whoever comes out from the ADC. So in all of this, are we seeing the house of the ADC falling like a pack of cards even before the foundation is fully built? So this is what we'll be talking about on Matters this afternoon. It is very important that you join the conversation. I would want to hear from you. This is Voice of the People, 90.3 FM. You can actually call the phone lines to be a part of the conversation, or you can send your messages on WhatsApp, or you can leave a comment on YouTube. We are streaming live right now. It's VOP 903 FM. It's VOP 903 FM on YouTube. You can actually go to YouTube, leave your comment. I want to hear from you. We're streaming live. You can watch us from anywhere around the world. So even if you leave Lagos tomorrow, you can always watch VOP from anywhere. Some people are not happy with me. In any way I've offended you, I am sorry. I am sorry. All right. It's been a lot of accusations. Last week I was on the evening rush, and quite a number of people were not happy with me for just many reasons. Make it no vex. We got that day. You understand? We got that day. I be your girl. You know, feel the vex for me. All right, the number to call is 0803-692-9933, 0803-692-9933. That's the number you can call to be a part of this conversation. You can also send a message on WhatsApp to 0817-175-6338, 0817-175-6338 on WhatsApp. You can call me on WhatsApp or send a message on WhatsApp. Of course, I want to hear from you. Shema Innocent, welcome back to Matters. Even though I'm not happy with you, for 2 weeks you refused to read my messages on Evening Rush. I am sorry. I am sorry. As for the ADC, I don't see them going anywhere because of personal ambitions. Amaechi is not electable. I think it's just like another Tinubu and Buhari. Just want to answer the name president with nothing to offer. If I will be, I will stay away from politics. John from Ijanikin. All right, John from Ijanikin, thank you for your message. I finally take your message today. I'm sorry I didn't take your message in the past 2 weeks. I promise you it was not intentional. But you can also call me up 0803 692 9933. 0803 692 9933. That's for direct calls. On WhatsApp, it's 0817 175 6338. 0817 175 6338 on WhatsApp. You can either call me on WhatsApp or you send a message. I want to hear from you. This is Voice of the People, 90.3 FM. As I always say, if I don't hear from you, wait till we begin. We are literally here to give you a voice, so it's time for you to join the conversation. Welcome to Matters. Good afternoon to you. How are you doing?
Yeah, sure, my good afternoon.
Good afternoon. How are you doing?
Yeah, fine.
Great. Go ahead, please.
Pertaining to all this ADC arrangement, there is arrangement before. Maybe that is what Rotimi stand on, that North and South. And the North has finished their own tenure. That is 8 years. And it's now the turn of the South. And I believe that Rotimi is a man. That is how it's supposed to be. Anybody who can come out from the South, Tinubu, Chowore, Peter Obi, all of them, let them come out. Because what they want to do now, if Atiku succeeded, it will be a cry in the future. Because you know that North has the highest number.
If he succeeds in becoming Nigeria's president, or if he succeeds in running in 2027, which one?
If he succeeded in running in 2027 and becoming president, that is the North and South have cancelled. Then anybody now, what the North will stand upon now is that since that they have the highest number.
I think he's still insistent.
Before that time, let me tell you, there are some a lot of complaints that since 1960 to 1999, not hold on to power. And that is why the elderly people, they come together that time. They now agree that if it is so, let us rotate it. When the North rule, it will go back to the South to form unity. Do you understand me? Now, they started the program. And that is what they are now on. Buhari is from the North. He has used his own 8 years. Then the power now come to the South. Then it's now for the Southerner now to make use of that to present credible president that will go for us. Not that people who always like to create a problem now say you want to make use the time of the South. They come because of hunger and eat food that are poison now. We need to listen. Not for now, but because of our coming children. Everybody has the right to contest.
So who is that person that has shown interest in the race from the South that you believe?
From the South, you have mentioned them now. Rotimi is it not from the South?
That you can back, that you believe has the clout, somebody that can actually do better.
Peter Obi is there.
In the polls, I don't mean...
Yes, let me tell you. Peter Obi is there. Rotimi is there. Chowore is there. And Tinubu is there. They are all from the South. They can put brain together. These people and move this Nigeria forward. Don't let us hate ourselves. Let us form unity within the South. You understand me? We have a lot of brain here. Don't let us just be based on sentiment and value. No.
Right.
Let them come together.
Thank you.
Reason together. They can move Nigeria forward. Don't let us Jambaru the whole thing and say any president can come. We have been operating on that since 1960.
So we should retain that North-South arrangement.
We should retain it.
All right. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for your call. 0803 692 9933. 0803 692 9933. That's the number you can call to be a part of this conversation. On WhatsApp, it's 0817 175 6338 on WhatsApp. You can either call me on WhatsApp or send a message. All right. I want to hear from you. Welcome to Matters. Good afternoon to you. What's your name and location, please? Hello, are you there? Can you hear me? Welcome to Matters. Hello? 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 All right, give me a call back. 0803-692-9933. Greetings, Chama. Apologies accepted. From the life-threatening route this miserable country called Nigeria is going, there's no doubt the electorate have been used, misused, confused, and abused. Just like in a federal maximum security penitentiary where inmates work with hard labor. Tex McKenzie from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Hello. Welcome to Matters. Hello. All right, please turn off your radio set before you call or turn the volume down to the lowest. 0803-692-9933. Welcome to Matters. Good afternoon. What's your name and location, please? Good afternoon to you. What's your name and location? Yes, I can hear you. How you doing?
Welcome. I said, thank God I'm speaking to you in the first place. Thank God I really apologize because sometimes I begin to wonder whether you are one of those who get the number so they're not Igbos. Because you will try to situation to squeeze about man can squeeze about people to see fortune, but that is by the way.
I don't understand. So, you're accusing me very, very wrongly, and that is unfair.
Hello?
I can hear you.
So, because I'm telling you something. Why is it that when it comes to be all man they can, you are not to school to see if there is any force from there? That's not fair now. If anybody wants in this country to know what is going, this is governance that people is giving us. If anybody has to speak, is it because one or two people that call that so they are and the people who are eating from this governance?
Unfair to them or what? So when it comes to other people, I don't ask those kind of questions.
Oh, no, that's the way. What I'm trying to tell you is that if has to please everybody, they should be fair and do with the people. Do with the people. Because 40% are telling you from there, are saying all man must need to pay this in governance. I don't know whether they are telling from the depth of Indian Ocean. So that is in the hand. Please answer honestly. If Jude Kame and the Esther, have they been stampeded out of session by the power that they are these things that please, can you tell me this please?
Who are the powers that be? Who are the powers that be? Thank you for your concern, Amy. I did tell you that Esther Nwachukwu will be back on your airwaves this evening. She's coming. You will hear her voice this evening. No worry, no lele, nothing to stop. Welcome to Matters. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you. What's your name and location, please?
My name is Akodiba. I'm from Apapa.
Welcome, Akodiba. Go ahead, please.
Choma, let me tell you something. Very clear. What Amaechi is doing is absolutely politics. Anybody who is contesting for any position, even when it's very clear to him that he will not win, he will still tell you that I am going to win and I am going for this position. Okay? So when he is telling you that he is not going to settle for any VP position while he is eyeing the president, you don't expect him to tell you that, hey, I am eyeing VP position. He will continue to brag that, yes, I am going for this position. Likewise, Tambowa will do the same. Atiku will do the same. When people will be joined, he will still do the same. Okay? The last convention of APC, when they did this thing, Tinubu was going for the ticket, Oshibajo was going for the ticket, Akpabio was going for the ticket, Rotimi Amaechi was going for the ticket. Nobody.
All of this is to create a semblance of competition when there is actually.
Yes, absolutely. In as much as his politics, that is how it's going to be. Do you understand me? But when winner emerge, everybody will align. Okay? If you check PDP 1999, Barabas Gamade was there, Obasanjo was there, Ekweme was there, Jude Wogodo was there, and nobody is telling you that they are going to be VP. Everybody was going for the ticket. But by the end of the day, immediately a presidential ticket bearer emerged. Everybody will follow suit.
But so there's a question I want to ask. Okay. If you need to buy form, so if that is the case, who will now refund them the money for the form that they spent?
Have you ever seen anybody that the form money refunds? Nobody is going to refund anybody. Do you understand me? They are just creating political awareness. Do you understand me? And it's politics. So it's going to continue like that. That is how it has been. Okay, all of them will contest for the primary. Do you understand me? So on Atiku, you know, when you ask, Atiku had been there, he was there as a vice president, he was unable to rescue Nigeria. Please, I want you to retrace back when Atiku was the vice president of Nigeria and check how Nigeria was under him and his boss. Okay? A economy of Nigeria was super. We are respected all over the world. Okay, we were able to pay all our debt without even nobody owing. Without us owing anybody. Okay, and they run Nigeria on merit. Okay, not on a man woman or whatever. Okay, when we are there, we are not seeing anybody who is shouting tribalism or something like that. Nigeria was just purely on merit. So those men, both Atiku, both David Mark, they cannot be watching Nigeria they build be scattered by all these people while they are still alive. No, they have to come for rescue. Okay, you cannot take David Mark, Senate President, and compare Akpabio or the Lawal that just left. Everything was stable. The Mark Senate cannot sting on your mandate to stand. Okay, they interrogate the president, they summon the president, they query the president. When they bring one or two, they will throw it out. Okay, they have never been a stampede, whatever, when David Mark was there. When Amaechi was the governor of Rivers State, all these things, the rural balloon we are hearing in Rivers State wasn't happening. Okay, when Amaechi was the Osun State governor, everything was stable. So all these men cannot be watching Nigeria go down the way and then you will just expect them to be because we have a president. They have to come for rescue. We have our children to rescue here. Okay? So you have to just know that whatever that is happening is politics. I am only pleading with you to join suit. You understand me?
Thank you.
So this will join the APC and thank you.
Okay, let's hear from others. Thank you so much. I really appreciate your opinion. 08036929933. This is Voice of the People 90.3 FM. My name is Chioma Innocent, and you're now tuned into Matters. We're having pertinent conversations on issues that concern you and I, from political to economic to social societal issues. We're looking at each and every one of them, but today we're talking politics, especially as Rotimi Amaechi says he's not ready to be anybody's vice president. He says he wants to be president. Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Hello?
Hello?
I can hear you. Good afternoon. Can you hear me? All right, give me a call back. Send a message on WhatsApp or call me on WhatsApp 0817-175-6338. 0817-175-6338. Hello.
Hello.
Good afternoon. I can hear you.
Rotimi Amaechi is just want to be hard. I don't know why all these former Rivers State governors want to be at the center. Want to occupy
former Rivers State governor wants to be
all the way Obasanjo choose him. The way they play their politics, Obasanjo went for Yaradua. And FCT minister, he contested under PDP. What happened? Amaechi even contested before Buhari rubbish him. What's wrong with them? Well, today they are just working for this man, Tinubu. I don't know.
ADC.
What are you saying? It's a weekend also in APC and also PDP. So you is it impossible if I can ask you? So this is the thing. You see, the amount of the APC now people feel that is situation because PDP has gone. And the one article they spread and the new that's going nowhere. Don't what played out in 2023. Not amount governors will rubbish you that they want make them complete their tenure. So it will be their tenure, which personally, I don't want this man to continue from 2027.
Who do you now want to take his place?
Now, either it will be or people should work together. Anything outside this, Tinubu will win as usual. I don't know why they don't want to work together. Because even if 100 courts, take how many now we want APC to continue at the center. If voice of people, as the thing goes, is voice of God, is in fact that APC has failed. It don't want anybody to argue that. They are failed. If you want to work according to the economy, this security, tell me, it's politics, politics, politics. Look at the appointment of Ambassador. Tell you later politicians, supporters of government, they are going to represent Nigeria and another country. You don't do that. They take home for appointment. All these are no longer the other terrible. They can do anything like that. People tell me instead of getting power. This is the power. They must take home. There's even no credible Nigerian to be an ambassador. Only journalists, only people supporters. I'm just asking this question. And that is why I continue to say, maybe there's another mistake now. Maybe they will say, oh, this person, we don't know it's late. Oh, this person nominated, oh, they are going to investigate the list as usual. Don't want they do pardon. If government continue, I don't understand. The whole country, they continue to do every day. The kidnapping everything now is talk of every day. You know, it's a Niger, every day. It's quite unfortunate. This people came to power to 2015.
Thank you. Thank you for your call. Thank you for your call. 0803-692-9933, 0803-692-9933. That's the number you can call to be a part of this conversation. Welcome to Matters. How you doing?
Thank you very much. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you. What's your name and where are you calling from, please?
Yes. My name is Malam Bello Usman. I am calling you from Wudin, Kano State.
Welcome.
Thank you. Do you know my happiness today as I sit here speaking to you? My happiness today is that Tinubu have proved himself to the whole world that he has failed. Ask me why, then I will explain to you in details. Number one, Tinubu nominated Mahmoud Yakubu as ambassador shows that yes, this is the person that announced me to become president, but the court did what they did to make me a president. That it has never happened in any part of the world before, not less than Nigeria here. We are in this country when Atahiri Jega conducted an election and he declared Muhammadu Buhari as the president, despite the fact that Buhari has failed Nigeria. Buhari didn't nominated or appoint Atahiri Jega for any capacity in this country. If they are aware. Then the same Tinubu nominated former governor of Abia State that worked against his own political party PDP. He nominated him. He has shown to the whole world that yes, he was behind what happened to the PDP 2023, that he became president when Mahmoud Yakubu, the same Mahmoud Yakubu, announced as a president. Then number three, the former governor of Abia State, he nominated him as he was also among the G5 member in UK. So now tell me, which capacity as this president has not failed? He has failed hopefully, and by the grace of God, let me tell you, Nigeria belongs to Nigeria. Nigeria does not belong to Tinubu or APC. Nigeria belongs to Nigeria, and Nigeria have every right to choose who become their president or their governor in 2027, inshallah. By the grace of God, with this Tinubu's nominee, he has proved to Nigeria that yes, Nigeria, I don't need your vote. Come 2027, I'm a failure. And by the grace of God, before 12 o'clock on Saturday, that we always conducted our election, we will vote Tinubu out by the grace of God. Thank you very much. And God continue to bless your management. Thank you.
Thank you for your call, Malam Bello, and thank you for calling all the way from Kano. All right, no matter what part of the country you're at, you can call us directly. 0803-692-9933. 0803-692-9933 is 22 minutes past 2 p.m. Call me up. Welcome to Matters. Good afternoon to you.
Shoma, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name and location, please?
I'm Naji calling from Afromedia.
Welcome, Naji. Thank you for calling.
Yeah, see, all these people now that are fighting for president, they have tried their best. They are all governors, former governors, ministers. We know them. I don't know why what they are looking for. What we are looking at now is when they were governor and minister, did they do well? That's what we should ask them. not to come, they don't want to be a vice, they don't want to become, they want to be president. When he was a governor, when he was a minister, did you do well? What did you do? And they are now coming again. And some of them, they are eating from government right from the time they were giving birth up to this time. Why can't they give chance to other people to take place? They are fighting to be the head and they make other things, make things to help the people. Many of them, since they were born, they are into government up to this time. What are they doing there? What do they achieve? Amaechi was a minister, was a governor, from governor to be a minister of transport. Well, Atiku was a vice president during the time of Obasanjo. He wasn't be a leader, and he's fighting to be a head. He was a vice at that time, yes. He qualified to be, but all these governors that we have known their capacity, in fact, let them go and sit down. We don't need them. We don't need them. They are causing problem to us. Some of them will be another party. They go to another party and they causing problem and give information to another party. You think that they are the party that they are holding? No. Look at what happened in 2023. Like what that man said now that this man, Minister of Abuja, he was in PDP, then working for APC. Which one do we take? Tomorrow now you see him and become a president, fighting for to be a president. So what I'm saying is that if Atiku want to be the president, let them go for primary. Amaechi self, let them go for primary. Any of them that the primary brings out, then we go ahead. Will match them, or he can be in labor. Then we have seen his capacity. We give him credit when he was a governor. Yes. So that's what Nigerians should look at.
Thank you so
We are
much.
former performance. We don't look at what you are coming to do. To be a president, do you have the wisdom? Well, everybody can be a president, but the wisdom of leadership is not in them. We are seeing it. Nigerians are seeing it. For you not to be a president, for you not to be a this is not the problem. But the wisdom of leadership, do you have it? Because you have the money now, you want to run for president. You have the money, you want to be a governor. That's not the issue. But that wisdom that God gives for leadership, do you have it to take care of people? Look at what we are suffering now. No food, no money, nothing at all, no good road, no water. May God bless you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for your call. I appreciate it. You're tuned into Matters right here on Voice of the People 90.3 FM. Call me up. We're talking about Amaechi refusing to be anybody's vice president in 2027. He's saying he has a presidential ambition. He will run for president and he's not about to be anybody's vice president. 0803-692-9933. Hello?
Hello, good afternoon. My name is
Innocent.
Okay, good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you. How you doing?
My name is
Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Abroad.
Welcome to the conversation.
All these things that all these things, what you call it, I'm making the service because you know that you're not going anywhere. Let's get together and put to this front. That's what we want. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you. 0803-692-9933. Call me on WhatsApp or send a message on WhatsApp. Good afternoon, Sister Chioma. Please, I don't believe in North or South president. What we want is good governance. Since 1999 to 2025, not rule for 10 years, South rules for 16 years. Who is losing? Atiku should run for president while we should deputize him. Emeka from Oshodi. Welcome to the conversation. Good afternoon.
Hello.
Good afternoon to you. Welcome to the
I want to talk about insecurity concerning people that go to church yesterday and then they kidnap them. Federal government should do something about it. If they are talking about there that they are kidnapping, like kidnapping in Nigeria, intimidation of Christians, and then today now, people will be afraid of going to church in Nigeria. They should look into it. It's very, very important. Thank you.
Thank you so much. 0803-692-9933. 0803-692-9933. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Good afternoon to you. What's
Hello.
your location? Good afternoon to you.
Yeah, good afternoon. My name is Moses.
Where are you calling from, Moses?
I'm calling from First Park.
Welcome, Moses, and thank you for calling. Go ahead, please.
All right, thank you. It's just I want to contribute the right thing the other your caller said. Amaechi might be APC agents working also to destabilize ADC because Amaechi right from his dream he knew that he is not marketable in Nigerian politics. He this country as we are today. And when you talk about APC, if the devil can vote, I don't even tell you Lucifer will even vote for APC right now in this country, Nigeria. So let Peter Obi go as a vice president to Atiku Abubakar for him to get close to the corridor of power. That will be the only easiest way for Peter Obi to take over from Atiku when Atiku time is over in the hour in the office. Thank you.
Now, which kind of plan be that? Do you 0803-692-9933? Call me up. Hi there, welcome to Matters. Thank you so much.
Hello, good afternoon, lady Choma.
Good afternoon. What's your name and location, please?
My name is Shola. I'm calling from Nigeria.
Welcome, Shola.
Hope you can hear me clearly.
Yes, I can hear you. You're always calling on our programs. I appreciate you. Go ahead, please.
Okay, yes. Yeah, my own take, one thing I've realized is that Nigerians don't learn from history. We don't learn from our mistakes. Number one is Amaechi had the right to contest for president because it's Nigeria. But is he qualified based on his antecedents? What were his legacies when he was a governor, even when he was a minister? You know, these are the questions to ask. For me personally, Amaechi, I don't see him as somebody that should be a president of Nigeria. He doesn't have what it takes. Now, my worry is that we don't have people that I look at to be competent enough. They are not out. They are not there. For me, the only person I see that come out and has slowed down is Peter Obi. Because I don't know where he stands now. And for people that are suggesting that Obi should go and decide Atiku, even Atiku, for me, Atiku is one of the recycled leaders of knowledge in this country. I will mention those things. When he was a VP, people in fact that I don't judge by being a VP because they are redundant. But when he was given a task, what happened with the Siemens deal? There was a deal that was a Siemens deal. They are the same respect. Then secondly, the major thing I have at this is that when Ebola died, we communicated with Ebola. And when the people, his religion, the religious side, when did he remove, when did he withdraw his communication? These are things we look at. These people are not, they are going to be, they are not going to be any different from what we are having now. So my own advice is that please Nigerians, as Nigerians, democracy is for the people by the people. One country come out and make sure the electoral process is credible. And if we can have a credible electoral process, then the people can get to vote for whatever they want. Because now Nigeria is a dire state, we don't have the people that are competent but they are not coming out. So what is it? And we are not advocating Atiku. No, Atiku, your team is still the same thing. It's still the same thing. Nigeria, I don't know, I can't find of this country. God bless you.
Thank you so much for your call. 0803-692-9933. You can send a message on WhatsApp or call me on WhatsApp 0817-175-6338. Hello, welcome to the conversation.
Hello, my name is Chibuzo.
Welcome, Chibuzo. How are you doing?
Fine. Very good news. Let's come back from here. Don't miss out.
Yes, she did come.
So about the Amaechi to say no one for vice. Who won't give up? Me say I want contest. May come and see give am my own vice. Because me I can vote am. Man no lie. In the fight for.
You say you no fit vote for Amaechi?
Me for my own I no fit give vote am. Instead of me to vote am, I go vote sure for me. But I know that Amaechi dey look for vice president. If I think ready to give am now, he go correct. If he will be said, he will be Amaechi come maybe vice for me, go correct am. Leave am. Who know? Only the place where can win only for Rivers, so cannot win for south, east and north. You know. So when he be for main minister for transport, wetin he do? You know, gentle. So for me, I'm not saying this in cloud for inside. So when I say if you win am, if you hear the beat yan Sowore the winner. Because for my own this one, just want make this make me see dey perform. If I take credit now, I'm actually accept that thing. You will be surprised, not all these politicians. But me, I want contest. So
I go
You
use
wan contest
the
for president?
I go yes na. I go contest na. People go be vice for me. I
Who?
fit carry to Toason or Adigbo. So
To take do your
serious
party,
no be
abi?
ma.
To take do vice president?
Yeah, yeah. I fit take
Wonderful.
to Toason for vice to
Mm,
president na. I
wonderful.
take Adigbo. I go give am minister for FCT. Find you
Thank you,
minister
Chibuzo.
for
Minister of
Ola.
waiting.
You I fit give you ambassador na.
Mm,
Yes
thank
na.
you. Thank you for your call, Chibuzo.
So
Thank you, Chibuzo. You wan start your campaign from VOP? You go wait make campaign period reach o. 0803-692-9933. Hello.
Hello, Chairman. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you. What's your name and location, please? Thank you for
I'm Edward calling from Sango.
welcome, Edward. Go ahead, please.
You see, if not well checked, this article desperation can even make Nigeria lose for this 2027 because they have enough time to plan. They have known that APC have failed, and this is the opportunity they can be on top. But if Atiku as an old man not reach the writing on the wall, I think Nigeria will go continue their suffering again. Because the Obi, maybe from the side they come from, maybe they are destined that that side cannot produce a president. I've given them how it can go for 4 years. And that 4 years, he doesn't want to exceed more than 4 years. Let them give him a trial, because me as I'm speaking now, many people can, because of what is happening in this country now, maybe a bit decided now that want to pull back. Then people will not come to vote too, because you see we have seen recent judgment in Nigeria, and we have seen where is packing one side of the country, side of those people. And if those one are not given opportunity to test and run this presidency, they can boycott the election. There's nothing big deal. Let the APC continue. Everybody controls of our again now. That's the only thing. Because Atiku is an old man. He is there when PDP scatter. From Abiola time, he has been running up and down. Can't he calm down? Even the Podia, recent or something is being a government. If we be the service economy, let it continue from there now, and the South must complete their 4 years, 8 years. Yeah, they did it to Jonathan. It's because Tinubu is not doing well. If he's doing well now, Tinubu is finishing 8 years. So for every time the North will come and cut it off and come and cut it off. I don't know whether they don't want this country to exist. I don't know. Please, that's
Thank
my
you for your
submission.
call. Thank you for your call. Send your message on WhatsApp 0817-175-6338. You can send a message on WhatsApp or call me on WhatsApp. It's 24 minutes before 3 p.m. Let's have this conversation. Welcome to Matters. Good afternoon.
Thank you. Good afternoon.
How are you doing? What's your name and location, please?
I'm fine. I'm listening again from Ogun State.
Please go ahead.
Please, I want to suggest, if possible, why not Atiku and Amaechi go and rest? Because from the past performances, mostly that of Amaechi, we did not see anything good from him. Talking of being a president of this country. We don't want to be from pan to fire. So, if possible, let these old people that are the senior men, let them go. Let people like Obi comes in. I'm telling you, if Obi comes in, even into the ABC, you see that the whole Nigeria will vote for Obi. Atiku, I don't know what Atiku is doing there. And with Atiku, nobody will vote to them. I'm telling you the truth. This man will still be there and be killing people in this country. Let's take the truth. We are all matured. We know what is going on. Let them these old cargoes dance rest. Let the youth come in. Let me hear from them. Let me make a change and see what will happen. I think we're doing the same work. Don't forget about Amaechi and others. Let Atiku go. Let Obi come in. It will work. People will come in. Even people from other, many of them that is APC, some of them are not even happy of what is happening. Because if you are not getting it direct, you are getting it indirect. The youth, we are not seeing anything. The killings are too much. It's Atiku that will enter there and stop the teaching because it's his people that is doing it. Eh? Please, that's my own suggestion. I don't know.
Thank you for your call. Thank you for your call, Mommy Queen. 0803-692-9933. Let's be careful of our utterances, please. When you say Atiku cannot stop the killings because it's his people that is doing it, that's what we're talking about. Let's not profile the whole ethnic group because of the actions of some evil people. All right? 0803-692-9933. Welcome to my I hear myself. Good afternoon to you. How are you doing?
Good afternoon. I'm fine. Please, this matter of Atiku and Amaechi, I beg, make Atiku go sit down. This is Atiku has been contesting for how many times now, and this is what Buhari did that time. This is what Buhari did. Buhari contested how many times, and eventually become the president. And this person just get straight. See, this is what Atiku now is going about. I think it's just straight. Let him just cool down. Take that let a big take the ADC presidential ticket. You see, a lot of people will go for that.
What about Amaechi?
I'm telling you, Amaechi is nothing. Amaechi can never.
Hello? 0803-692-9933. Leave your comment on YouTube. It's VOP 903 FM. Hello, welcome to the conversation. Thank you for staying tuned. What's your name and location, please?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you. How are you doing?
Yeah,
Welcome.
Actually, I'm looking for a big document. You know that nothing will happen. Nothing will happen. When we have let Buhari be consulting from Katsina to Maradi, already that this day will come. That is what happen. This is power. That is really
Oh, I can hardly hear you. Please call me back. 0817-175-6338 on WhatsApp. Welcome to Matters. Good afternoon to you. What's your name and location, please? Hello?
Hello.
Welcome to Matters. How are you?
Chioma, good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you.
Are you hearing me, Chioma?
Yes.
Good afternoon. My name is Comrade Godfrey of Suluri.
Welcome, Comrade Godfrey.
Yeah, I think this year station, I want to believe that it's bandwagon effect that make people always come to talk of Atiku here. Many other stations where I listen, even those local stations, that use pidgin, and you see market women who call. Naturally, what everybody talks about is P2B. Forget about all this confusion. That I know what brought about this in your station is, the campaign of the sensitization of Barrister Darlington. That made people want to turn towards Atiku. Who is Atiku? Okay, I want to ask this important question. If anybody can answer me. Vote by either in primary election or in general election. Is it illegal? Why are we not thinking deep? Why is nobody talking about this dollar thing that Atiku uses every time to buy book during primaries? And that is the reason that people are afraid that even if they go into primaries, even Darlington was making it as if it's a good thing, it's a legal thing. That the reason they are afraid if Obi goes to that primary that Atiku will is because Atiku will use dollar to buy off all the delegates. That is the only reason you see people want to turn towards Atiku. That is the only reason, but not the other way. But I am telling you that if Obi, whether he gets the ADC ticket or not, wherever he goes, that is where naturally Nigerians will go. Forget about all this noise.
Nigerians are
obedient. I am sometimes not satisfied with the approach that people even give to this thing. Because we should think deeply. Atiku and Tinubu, the question is again is what is the difference between these two? Because Tinubu believes in buying everything. Even their primary election, they were the two people that started this in 2014. Yes, when Atiku left the PDP,
and was looking for a presidential ticket from yes, APC. The two of them were competing on dollar. And Nigerians are seeing this, and yet we are still talking of Atiku. After he has used all this money to buy you, what do you think he will do when he enters or assumes office? We don't want to learn from our past history. Just Buhari, yesterday, Buhari was angry to get this presidential ticket. We got it, and what did we, what became of Nigeria? All of us are where we are now because of what happened in Buhari, because they said he needed it most. No, it's time that Nigerians, it's high time we came together and reason very deeply and do away with people who have any inkling of buying vote or corruption of any kind. And we have somebody, one person, only one person, who has been who has stood very upright, and yet we are still talking Atiku. And the one that annoys me is that they should deputize Atiku. Some people have really have it and they just come here to throw it to us, and it's not good to my ear at any time.
Sorry about that.
Please.
Thank you for your call. Let's hear from others. Please, while you're saying your bit, remember that everybody is entitled to their own opinion. Everybody will not agree with you. There are a lot of people in the race, and everybody has their own supporters. All right. 0803 692 9933 692 9933. That's the number you can call to be a part of this conversation. All right. I think we can only take one more call before we go. Hello.
Hello.
Good afternoon to you. Your final caller on today. Welcome. Okay, great.
You see, let Obi and Atiku, let them match together. You understand? Because all this insecurity that is happening in Nigeria, Obi can never cure the insecurity except Alusa, which is Fulani people that can control the insecurity. But after 4 years of Atiku can easily hand over for Peter Obi. And before that time, Obi will have settled with Igbo people. And we in that people, we don't even have a lot of problem like that. Our own is good. But let Obi and Atiku just match together so that the result will be their own favor. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you for your call. All right, we can't take any more calls. If not, there won't be time to take your messages. And I don't want to offend anybody today. You know, it's the beginning of the month. So let me start taking your messages on WhatsApp. All right. Good afternoon, VOP. I heard you asking what we have achieved. For me, since this APC ruling us, I have not achieved anything. Thanks to Almighty Yahweh. Esther will resume this evening. I have missed her voice so much. Zubi Lamba from Ojo. Yes, Esther, they come. No worry. Good afternoon, Choma. Let Dele Mama to go and rest and leave Peter Obi alone to decide what to do. We all know that the vice president in Nigeria are spare tires and not arrowheads of any government. One can mess up himself by being a vice president. Chima from Sulere. All right. Good afternoon, Choma. Amaechi should rest, though. We don't need another Tinubu to renew our pains. All right. Good afternoon, Choma. Please tell Mr. Rotimi Amaechi to go and sit down. Who will vote him for president? He's just wasting his time. He has nothing to offer, Chioma. During Buhari's tenure as Minister of Transport, what did he do for South or Southeast? He only focused on the North and Daura Buhari's place. Nothing for him from Chuks in Mafoluku Oshodi. Amaechi's ambition to become the president of Nigeria is dead on arrival. He has no political weight and pedigree. He should just save himself the embarrassment. Peter Obi should also not bother joining ADC. Atiku has already infiltrated the party. He'll be given the ticket. Kachi from Ikotun. Hello, my name is Ken from Maza. What's your number and TV station? All right, it's SLT channel 264, SLTV channel 264. You find VOP TV live right there, VOP TV. You can also find us on YouTube, VOP TV live on YouTube, okay? Choma Innocent, all right, please. This north and south of a thing is not in the constitution. It's just a gentleman arrangement. Just like two same fate can be in joint tickets, but Tinubu violated it. So I don't see the problem with Atiku contesting, but I don't just want him to contest because he's too desperate. John from Ijaniki. All right, John, thank you for your message. Who started the spark that gathered the crowd in the ADC? If not Atiku, who else would have? If the ADC knows what's good for them, the better sack Amaechi, because it's gradually showing the aggrieved and destructive nature of Wike after the 2023 election. How he helped destroy the PDP like a tantrum-throwing child because Atiku did not give him sweet to lick. Rotimi Amaechi has nothing to offer. He was amongst the incompetent characters in the clueless government of Buhari. As for those accusing Abure, they should also know that Obi, Lamidia Papa, Arabambi, Aisha Yesufu and co. helped destabilize the Labour Party. It's very easy for people to blame others but make excuses for one man. Like he didn't back Abure even when he was accused of corruption. They all worked in different ways to destroy the party to the benefit of the opposition. As it stands, I have lost interest in anything Obi, as I see him as someone who lacks the capacity to lead. He is indecisive. He acts confused. He's slow and lackadaisical to action. Silence is not golden in politics. It's either you are moving or you stay out of the way for others to lead. Tay. All right, Tay, thank you for your message. But you never say where you're writing from. Good day, VOP. The arrangement north and south is nonsense. This thing should be rotated between north, east, and west. Valentine from Ikotsun, this last part of your language, of your message, please don't think like that. Good afternoon, Choma. Please help me tell Peter Obi, my brother, that I said once beaten, twice shy. Now this judgment, he now has a clear vision of the people he's coming to be their president. Okay, Tinubu, wait, help me tell Obi, my brother, to keep his little change. Tinubu will not give it to him. Once beaten, twice shy. Repentant Boko Haram from Chicago University. Your name is Repentant Boko Haram? Why you going to claim that kind of thing? All right, 0817-175-6338 on WhatsApp. Send a message. 0817-175-6338 on WhatsApp. I can't take calls at this moment, but I'm taking your message on WhatsApp and your comments on YouTube. So please leave a comment. It's VOP 903 FM, VOP 903 FM on YouTube. We're streaming live right now. All right, so send a message on WhatsApp. I want to hear from you. Good day. Amaechi is good at Chama. Amaechi is only boasting. If Atiku wins primary and offer him VP slot, he will accept it. Emeka from Abeson Estate. Amaechi is eminently qualified to vie for presidential stool, and I dare say that whoever is serious about desiring that office won't opt for vice president office, because our constitution assigns no power to the vice president. A vice president exists strictly under the direction of the president. Amaechi, a former speaker for 10 years and two-term governor of Rivers State, has all it takes to be president, and I dare say also that by every estimation, he remains the best governor to have ruled over that state. The facts are there. I stand to be contradicted. Obi's record of achievement in Anambra does not match his. That is Rotimi Amaechi. Finally, all those advising Obi to vie as vice to Atiku doesn't truly like him. If he accedes to such advice, he will be ridiculed. If he's serious, let him go for presidency. Win or lose is better. From Yemi in Lagos. Good afternoon, Chioma Innocent. Always a pleasure to hear from you, Mr. Ogumbi. How are you doing today? Amupiton's leadership was praised by President Bola Tinubu, who described the election as a testament to Soludo's visionary leadership. But to me, it's just a flop, where 2.5 million people registered, only 500 cast their vote. Regarding Amaechi's chances of winning 2027 election, he is a seasoned politician with a strong background. Fine, he contested for APC 2022 primaries, and his experience of being a two-time governor of Rivers State and former minister for works cannot hold water with that experience. Finally, Atiku Abubakar searching for VP is another flop in waiting for him come 2027 election, if he cannot get one now, because Peter Obi is not ready to be his VP as well. May God help us. Chama Innocent, you ignore my message just because you thought you won't come back to meet us again. Too bad. Anyway, Mr. Gobi from Idimo, I promise you I did not do that. I always like to take your messages. You know that. Thank you so much. Good afternoon, Chairman. Amaechi is deceiving himself. He does not have the capacity to govern Nigeria. However, the South should be allowed to complete our 8 years. Obi Oshore can do the job. Imagine Tinubu naming Reno Makri, FFK, and Mahmoud Yakubu as ambassadors. What signal are we sending to the world? Anaclet and Nwebunwa from Alagbado. Thank you for your message, Anaclet. I do appreciate it. Good afternoon, Chioma. I don't believe in South or not president. What we want in Nigeria is good governance. Since 1999 to 2025, North rule 10 years, South rule 16 years. So who is losing? Atiku should run for president, while Obi should deputize him. A maker from Oshodi. All right. Good afternoon, Sister Chioma. Amaechi should just go and sit down, because even for him to be a vice to someone, he can't get it. Then Peter Obi should be vice Atiku. Because the grace that positioned Jonathan during his time with Yaradua, even before the appointed time he wanted, might also locate him. Thanks. Godson from Surulere. Godson, this your prayer get as CBO. This your prayer get as CBO. You really, really get as CBO. Now wow. All right. Good afternoon, Chioma. I beg make Atiku and Amaechi allow Peter Obi to go for the president so that Nigeria will better small Asaba from Ejigbo. Chioma, good afternoon. My name is Gabriel from Ikorodu. Our choice is Obi again and Obi, not Atiku. All right, thank you so much. Afternoon, Chioma. For Atiku, he's one of the most selfish and egocentric politicians I've ever seen because of his selfish attitude made Obi leave PDP. He made PDP lost the election and also made Wike rig election for Tinubu in Rivers. Now he's transferred his greed to contest for the primary of ADC, not considered national interest, considering the nightmare the APC government placed Nigerians into. Let ADC conduct a free and fair primary without bribing delegates. Obi will emerge. It's a shame the worst of us is ruling the best of us. Truly, there was a country. Dial from Lagos. All right. Good afternoon, Chioma. Please let Obi work with Atiku, otherwise 2027 we shall be singing the same song we are singing now. Anything outside this union will spell doom for Nigeria. Larry Tex from Ladipo. All right, Larry Tex, thank you so much for your message. I do appreciate it. Buruhuku on YouTube says, good afternoon, Choma Innocent. Good afternoon to you, Buruhuku. How are you doing? Politically, Atiku has a large followership. Atiku and Obi running together will cause political earthquake. Rotimi Amaechi is a desperado. That is from Alex. Alex, where are you writing from? You did not let me know. All right, it's about time for me to make way to leave matters actually and make way for MC Chooks and Dr. Walkie Talkie to come in and take over. Thank you so much for being a part of the conversation today. I'm glad to be back on Matters. And of course, we'll do this again, same time, same station tomorrow. My name is Choma Innocent. I do appreciate you for riding with me. Thank you for your messages. Thank you for your calls. Thank you for your comments on YouTube. Thank you for your messages on WhatsApp. I appreciate you for being a part of the conversation. I cannot be here if you are not there. Well, Voice of the People, 90.3 FM, which means we'll always do everything we can to continue to give you a voice. So stay tuned to the program. MC Chooks and Dr. Walkie Talkie will be up shortly with Fun House Time, where they'll be presenting these issues to you, but in a very humorous manner. It's not like we like to come here and give you bad news, right? But we have to talk about what is going on in the country. 2027 is just around the corner. Before you know it, it's 2026. I mean, we're already in December. Before you know it, it's 2027. It will be time for us to vote again. I want to start from now to start telling you to please vote wisely. Also, remember to register for your permanent voters card. The continuous voter registration is still on. It will be ending very soon in this month of December. So please go and register for your voters card so that when people are voting, you will not be at home watching film. Please, all right, go and register for your voters card. It's very important. Your PVC is the tool that you can use to get good governance for yourself and for your children. My name is Choma Innocent. I come your way again with another episode of Matters. Keep listening to Voice of the People, 90.3 FM, and please do everything you can to make Nigeria better in your own little corner of the world. There are a lot of us who need help. You look around you and extend a hand of fellowship, a hand of help to your neighbor. Things are not too good in the country. Things can be really difficult. Christmas is coming. If you can buy a half bag of rice, even if it's 1 derica of rice, you can buy and give to that your neighbor we know to get. I beg, try, make you give and make all of us stay happy, make we celebrate together this Christmas. All right, we'll do this again tomorrow. Bye for now.